We're off to the States now.
Yes.
Where there's a couple of interesting stories. One, I was only aware of this because our old mate Kevin Hatchard, one of our European football experts, posted this note from Houston Dynamos, effectively saying, Lionel Messi, we've just found out Lionel Messi's injured and hasn't travelled for tonight's game, for Inter Miami. We're really sorry about this. We have no control over it. But if you do still come along tonight, we can promise you a ticket for a future Dynamo game. And you're thinking, really? That's not good. I mean, does it make the league look a bit tin-pot and in-thrall to Lionel Messi? I'm sure standing its corner is one of our US soccer experts, Brian Sciaretta. Hi, Brian.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Thanks for having me on.
I mean, we know about the pull of Lionel Messi, and there would have been disappointed people, but I don't know, it leaves a bit of a nasty
There's
taste.
no guarantee in sport, is there, that the star player will be there?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's you sell tickets for your own team. You can only control your own house. And there should always be a little bit of a risk when you try to buy a ticket just so you can see a soon-to-be 38-year-old play. And, I mean, he's been playing a lot of games. We have our own Champions League over here in this region of the world, and that requires midweek games and squad rotation comes along with that. So yeah, I mean, it's buyer beware, and it's not a good look. I mean, to be fair, the Houston Dynamo try to give out a lot of tickets to youth groups. I mean, they're if they want to add, but just the whole optics of this thing is a bit unfortunate.
Have the league commented on it, or are they just kind of letting the team sort of get on with it and doing their own thing?
They let teams usually run their own house. I feel very confident that this wouldn't be the response for most of the teams in the league. I know Chicago kind of did something the same way last year, and when they were dealing with the Messi fiasco, and that's kind of what it is. But it's, when you're starting to deal with this, yeah, different teams go different ways, and it's far from having a universal policy. Some teams don't handle things the right way, some teams do, and yeah, Houston's image thing, how they handle this and how they look with this is not good.
How's he been playing, Lionel? Do you figure that he obviously will appear in the next World Cup, but do you think he'll be effective? I mean, he is getting on a bit now.
Yeah, I mean, I think, he'll be about as effective as you can expect a 39-year-old to be. I think he's aging well. He's in a good spot. I think it was a good move for him to come over here. But yeah, I think it's every year could be your last one at this age. Sometimes you can hit the wall and you don't know exactly when it's going to be, but Father Time wins all battles. It's just a matter of when. So he's fighting a losing battle, but he's just trying to hang on through the next World Cup. We'll see. There's no guarantees.
They did lose Houston. I don't know if it did affect the gate. Do we know how badly affected the gate was by the fact that Messi wasn't there? Suarez was and scored and got 3 assists. So at 38, he's still going strong.
Yeah, I mean, Houston's a pretty poor team at the moment. I think they can lose to a lot of games. They can lose to a lot of teams right now. They sold off all their best players over the offseason. So, I think that they're looking to get any kind of draw they can right now based on how they started. But yeah, Miami looks good. They looks like they have a bit of a chance to go far in the Champions League right now. And I know they didn't do well last year, but we'll see about this year.
Interesting.
One of the other stories we've seen was Wilfried Zaha, who's gone over to play at Charlotte FC and picking up normally when you get the Man of the Match award, you're in a lounge after the game, after a shower, and somebody from the sponsors comes up and gives you a match ball, a little trophy, and has a picture taken for the programme. Not at Charlotte, where he was adorned with a crown and asked to sit on a big throne, which seems a touch excessive. I didn't do that for him at Palace.
Yeah, it's the Queen City. That's the nickname of Charlotte. Mm-hmm. They really the team ever since they come in really hypes up their royal image. It's just it's everyone has their own decisions. Everyone tries to relate with how their own city goes and their own city culture. So it works for them. I think that we talk about teams on the way up, teams on the way down. I think Charlotte's a team that could go pretty far this year.
Yeah, I mean it's a great coup to have him. He does look mildly embarrassed sitting on the throne with the crown on, but again, what a lifestyle! A great city to live in. It's on our monitors at the moment. There's some flames coming out of his throne. He embraced it. Wilf, he threw himself into it, which is good. But you can see the appeal of going to play your football there. I mean, I imagine he's a real crowd pleaser as well. I don't think you're going to be offering tickets.
Refunds.
Because refunds if he does. I mean, because he is a great player when he's on the ball.
Yeah, he's very good. I mean, look, they needed a goal scorer. They lost a couple of their top players, and they draw very well. They're one of the few teams that doesn't play in their own stadium. They play in an old NFL stadium, but like they draw very, very well. And there's a big appeal. It's a growing city, and they've really embraced the team. Tim Ream, U.S. international, former Fulham great, was there. Fulham captain is at the team, so it's good, and it's a youth hotbed. They play soccer at a youth level very well. Some very good American players are coming up through there. So Zaha looks great, and I think you're going to see Charlotte being in contention. They could even play against Miami in the playoffs later this year.
Just a final one on the national team. I saw some comments from Christian Pulisic and others saying that they're enjoying life under Maurizio Pochettino. It was very weird when Tottenham were in the crest of this recent slump. A few people saying, bring Poch back, not realising that he's actually got a job and he's contracted to take the US team into the next World Cup. But I
think he'll do a good job. He's a good manager.
Yeah. I mean, what is the expectation as one of the sort of three home nations? What do you think would be the bare minimum? I mean, he's certainly got to get out the group, hasn't he?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's tough to say with this being the first 48 team World Cup. It's you got to at least win one knockout, maybe two. They got to. They've gotten out of the group many times before. I think 4 of the last 4 or 5 World Cups they've participated, they've gotten out of the group, but they've only won one knockout, and that was in 2002. So that they got to. If you're on home soil and you have some of these good players and you go splurge on a coach like this, you're not doing it to do anything you normally do before Pochettino arrives. You got to do something different, and you got to showcase yourself in front of your own fans better. So, I think the quarterfinals is matching what their best that they've done in the modern era. I think that's the minimum.
Good stuff, Brian. Good to talk to you as always. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much, guys. Anytime.
There we are. Brian Sciaretta there, US soccer expert. Our thanks to him. And do go and check out that little bit of footage. If you didn't watch it just now on Connect TV or on YouTube, of Wilf in his throne with the pyrotechnics.
Tremendous. I'm going to make you feel old now.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Ricky Hill is 66 today.
Really? The old Luton Town player, Ricky. I remember him coming in to talk to us. He worked on his book with our own Adrian Durham, didn't he? Yeah. They worked on his autobiography, Happy birthday, Ricky.
Grateful for the Moose who put a photo up with himself.
Have a good day, my friend, said the Moose, did he?
Of course he did.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.